going to say this in a very simple way. The only simple way that I know how to. Climate change, the whole energy, clean energy agenda, all that is because they're going to make something transpire. Well, it's going to have heat waves and everything. And what most people don't realize is that they are targeting to allow melatonin skin tones. They buy them. They harvest those skins. They harvest those stem cells, their plasma. When people are poor and they're in poverty-stricken neighborhoods, they go to the plasma centers to give them plasma. And majority are African American. They don't realize that they just gave them stem cells and everything so that these other white wealthy people can buy the plasma and buy those stem cells because they have a transmucous electrical energy inside them because of a certain God gene particle that is placed in them. And that's why a lot of people don't realize is African Americans is not the minorities, they're the majorities. Just in South Africa by itself, it's 54 countries inside of itself. The majority of the world is made up of African Americans. To say that the minorities, you've been lied to your whole life. But that's just what God wanted me to tell you. And to simply put it like this is melatonin skin is also used in computer chips, which is copying King Solomon's temple, which is made up of qubits. You have qubits that are made up the temple of Solomon, and then you have the qubits that are inside the computer processors. Then you have what is called daemons that run scripts behind the computer processor or on the software, which are actually in Greek called daemons, but they're demons. That's what they are. That's in the Greek terminology. Then you have the stem cells and the plasma, and you have those missing kids that always come up missing, or you have that so-called actor that came up and he was just some type of plastic figure. They made him in a plastic figure because they took and body harvested his whole body, and he fucked around and he went to a cannibalistic party that was with celebrities and everything. They were doing cannibalism, and they didn't realize that he was supposed to be like a model to go ahead and model the show or whatever. He ended up being used as a ritual for what they were beginning to do, which is a large portion of having to do with everything that has to do with data of your biometrics of your eyes, your heartbeat, and your facial recognition, and it has everything to do with the rituals of body harvesting to get people to eat actual human beings. Everything is to be normalized. Pedophilia, body harvesting, cannibalism, it's a spiritual thing, and it's very dynamic. I know that a lot of people are going to be like, well, John's crazy and everything. Well, I've been groomed for this very moment, and I've been groomed in all these things, and God has shown me a wide variety of things I don't speak about, but I know exactly what is going on, and it's more of a warning. It's not even a race thing, but it's a warning. It's a warning because, see, like I always tell people, you might view me as white, but this is the vessel that he chose at such a time as this for me to go ahead and bring unity to God's people, and I don't have nothing to say about it. I don't care what you look like. I'm just letting you know what is used and what is what the agenda they push in and how they're used and how people use it. And the melatonin is just pretty much it transduces electrical energies and photons and photonic energies, and it combusts into a lot of freedom. My hands are shaking right now. That's how I know I'm beyond putting things together and everything. But these AIs and everything, and the Solomon's temples, and all this music frequencies, and the alert systems that we just had, all these things are not simple. They're not separate. They all have to do with each other. It's correlated.